Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again we're here with Chandra from Aaron and Franklin. But we're going to do a little different show today. We've been talking about the Strong Home Protection Program and some other things, and we really haven't talked about TWIA lately. But when Chandra and I were talking earlier, the the quarterly meeting is this month, February 20th, but it's in Galveston at Moody Gardens. And what I found out, and we're going to talk about today, is the public can attend these, and they do have a public comment section. So, Chandra, how are these meetings set up? I know they're done quarterly, and they do them in different areas typically. Where's the different areas that they do these meetings?
So currently, we kind of have a rotating schedule. We are doing February at Moody Gardens, and then May will be in Austin, and then August will be back in Galveston at Tremont House,
Okay.
and then December is at Corpus at the Omni. So that we kind of try to catch the whole region, but it has to be a city that's large enough to support, everybody going down there and everything. We used to have two
Right.
meetings in Austin, and I actually told them I didn't like having two meetings in Austin because I wanted to have more along the coast. And we looked at trying to maybe move something more towards the Beaumont area, but there just really wasn't a travel and convention center and stuff large enough to really support that. So we stuck with Galveston and Corpus, and we're just trying to stay more close to the coast so we have better representation and have that opportunity for that public comment. Because, like you said, there is that opportunity for the public to speak during the meeting.
So when you say you need a big enough area, how many people are usually in the audience on one of these when y'all are doing these?
It varies. I mean, it really depends on the topic. Usually, the August meeting, which is the one that's at Tremont House, is a pretty well attended meeting because we're talking about rates. This one is a pretty well attended meeting because we're talking about setting the probable maximum loss, which is the amount of loss that we feel like we could have during a hurricane
Hmm.
if it hit this year based on our current book of business and what we're anticipating that need to be. And so those are kind of hot button topics. So you get more response and more people that want to come to it. Now we've had less attendance because of the capacity to do Zoom. So
Hmm.
people don't have to actually attend in person, and they still get to have their voice heard, and they still get to be called on during the meeting. So a lot of our legislators do it this way, especially when we're in session. They can still, say something or have one of their staffers say something on
Hmm.
their behalf. So we're able to get a lot of public comment in that way, but we do still get a lot of people come in person, and they do still make personal public comment. And it's, we try to, other than legislators, we try to limit to about 3 minutes per person. I usually let them go a little bit long if I feel like they're kind of wrapping up, but just so that everybody gets heard.
You're right. How can they get in on the Zoom to watch it? Some people, elderly people, may not want to travel, or they may be out of town. How can they get in on the Zoom of the TWIA meeting?
So on the TWIA website, there's a link to the board meetings, and they will have a live Zoom link there as well. And
Okay.
so they give instructions on how to set yourself up if you want to make public comment on that website. And they actually, if you just want to watch it, they have a YouTube live feed that they're putting it on at the same time.
And how long do the meetings typically last?
It varies. I mean, sometimes they're 2, 3 hours, sometimes they're 8 hours. It really just depends on the topics and how much commentary and discussion that we have. I would say usually, we're done by about lunchtime and we start at 9 a.m. So usually 12:30, we're usually wrapping up. There's only been a few cases where we've had really heavy agendas or we've had a lot of discussion or a lot of public comment that kind
Mhm.
of pushed the meetings a little bit later.
If it goes past 12 or 12:30, do y'all break for lunch?
We usually do. If we see that we can't wrap it up pretty quickly, because the end of the agenda is usually closed session, which is anything related to legal or personnel matters that we need
Mhm.
to have as a confidential session. And if we see that we're going along, we'll and we're going to have some discussion in that, then we'll do our lunch while we're doing that. That way we don't take away from
Right.
people's time. Um, But usually that's right at the end of the agenda. If we feel like we can just go through it, we usually just push through and then have lunch late.
Yeah, yeah.
They give us a nice breakfast in the morning, so I mean, it's like you got a little something to carry you through, and as long as I have coffee, I'm good.
What's the website that people need to go to if they want to watch it or can get information on when the meetings are so they can go ahead and schedule travel?
Yes, it's TWIA.org, TWIA.org. And you can just look for the upcoming board meetings, and it should have the link to all the meeting agenda as well as the links for Zoom and how to watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
So, and then if you want to travel, like I said, the meeting starts at 9 a.m. on the 20th. Get there a little bit early. They have coffee and some light pastries and things that you can enjoy while you're waiting. You can sign in your attendance as well as sign up to speak if you'd like to speak, and you'll be called on after all the legislators are. They do the legislators all first in respect for their time, but then after that, they just do everybody kind of in order.
So people can talk and they don't have to sign up ahead of time. They can actually
Right, day up. They can just show up and sign up, or if they're on the Zoom, they can show up and raise their hand to speak during the meeting. And it could be anything from something that affects them personally about their policy. It could be something that's more, for their community, related to, if they're an insurance agent or if they're a realtor or if they're just a homeowner. I mean, you could speak about any topic related to TWIA that you have an issue with or you want to bring to our attention or want us to consider.
Okay, great. Well, if you live along the coastal region and you're involved with TWIA, this is a great time to really go and see how things work, see how the board operates, and also be able to voice. I didn't know these were open to the public until we were talking this morning. And so whether you can make it to Galveston on the 20th or you want to watch on Zoom, any of them, you can even make comments through the Zoom. This is a great way to get involved and see what's going on, especially if it's a rainy day that day and you can't be outside. You might as well go ahead and get online and watch the meeting through Zoom and see how it all operates. Now, how much longer are you going to be on the board?
So, they actually they impose some term limits on the board, and so I'm coming to the end of my term. Should be October, so I'll make it through the next 3 meetings. So February, August, or February, May, and August.
Okay.
And they will be talking about what they want the structure of the board to look like after that. They normally have 3 representatives from each area: the coastal representative, then you have the inland representatives, and then the industry representatives. So several of us will be falling off the board, and we will be needing coastal representation after myself and Miss George Neblett fall off the board. So if you know of anyone or you are someone who might want to be more involved and want to, dedicate some time to that public service and learning more about the insurance industry and how TWIA works, I mean, reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it and what all's involved. And
we've already talked to one person. I don't know what he's thinking, but I know his plate's full with the chamber, Galveston chamber area. So, but well,
but it's a really good to be involved because I mean you can have a direct impact and a direct voice for your community, and that's what I hope I have done during my tenure. I mean, it's been over 9 years now. So, I mean, during my tenure, it's been, we've seen a lot of changes. We've had, of course, Hurricane Harvey and a bunch of stuff happen. But, I feel like that we've had good coastal representation and that I want to see that continue after I'm off the board.
Great. Well, for more information on the meetings, make sure you visit the website, TWIA.org. And for more information on Aaron and Franklin and the Strong Home Protection Program, or any of their services, whether it be home design, business design, engineering, you can get it done at Aaron and Franklin. Chandra, thanks for joining us this morning. And I guess we'll take off recording next week and then hit it again the week after. And I don't know we'll have to come up with some topics.
I'll give you a recap of the board meeting.
Of the board meeting. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to head on out. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.